And we are back with part two. If you guys missed the last episode, you missed a really good conversation here. We had a what was it? Crypto.com gets hacked. And what, 33 million in Ethereum?
$33 million that they didn't get back.
That is ridiculous. So ridiculous. Okay. We got some good stuff for you today. So make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys are following us on all platforms. You know, we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Telegram, we got all the grams. We got BS clips on YouTube, all the audio platforms out there. Make sure you also check the description below because we do have some pretty good products that we recommend. We do got a solid VPN down there that we always say, you got to protect yourself. And we always got Buzz TV.
BuzzTVglobal.com in the description below. Great products and great customer service. Make sure to check out their website, BuzzTVglobal.com. They have some great products that have come out in the last year, and they are releasing some software updates. So if you are a current Buzz TV customer and you have one of their devices, look out for that Buzz TV 5 that's coming to a device near you.
Faux show. So as you guys know, we are slowly adding more crypto talks to our podcast, and some people have been asking for more, so you get a double dose. If you're just like, wait, when was the last one? It was the previous episode to this one. So here we go. And I know Next Level's been charting a lot of stuff. He's been learning the chart, learning to see what it says. I've been keeping my ears and eyes open to a lot of people talking about, if we're in I know I told you, like, dude, we might not be entering a crypto winter, not like how it was before, or we might for a couple years, who knows? But this is some interesting stuff. This is coming from Forbes, and I think you're going to find this pretty interesting. Coming from Forbes. Bloomberg strategist Bitcoin unique phase will send its price to $100,000 in 2022. And Next Level's eyebrows are kissing each other. Like, there's a movie, I forget what it is. When the guy shrugs his eyebrows, and you know how, like, when people shrug or when they look mad, they kind of have like these lines here, and they said your 11s are showing because there's two lines there. But anyway, as we know, we're in this huge freaking, like, January was just a month of crypto collapse, and not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum. We saw a massive dip on Ethereum, and just about everything across the platform. It was all red candles is what they call it, red candles. So there's some predictions that this is actually getting ready to launch Bitcoin to 100,000. And it's funny here because it says he predicts the Bitcoin price will stage a comeback and blow past 100,000 as soon as this year. Now, we already know it's going to hit 100,000. It's not even a matter of, like, can it? It will. We predicted it was going to happen last year. But the one thing that we can't control is when companies, or not companies, when what's it called? When governments decide to block or shut things down. We can't predict that. I think if countries weren't blocking stuff or trying to shut things down, we probably would have gotten to 100,000. I think the highest we saw was what, 70,000 for Bitcoin?
Just under 70,000, just shy of 70,000.
Yeah. So according to this, they think it's building a good base. And this one was around 40,000. I think right now we're at like what, 30, 20,
36 actually. Went up a little bit, I think.
36. And it's been bouncing back and forth. Everyone keeps saying it's coming down and it's trying to level off and we're trying to get some support. And there's all these technical terms of like, oh, it's consolidating, it's doing this, it's doing that, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people don't give a shit. They want to know, where's it going and is it coming back or not? So according to this, and of course, there's that term of someone that's being very aggressive or bullish. They're saying that we are going through a very unique phase that is not the same of what happened in 2017. What do you think about that?
Very unique, as in like what way? Like, okay, so 2017 was interesting, but we have more adoption than ever before. So I do believe we will hit 100,000 this year. Like, I do think there's a good possibility, but I don't know what that's going to look like. It's not like we're going to hit 100,000 and we're never going to go back under. Like, there's always going to be retests of the lower lows, right? I have been paying a lot of attention to what's called the stock to flow chart. And the stock to flow chart, if you follow the stock to flow chart, like how Bitcoin's been doing, it's saying it's going to be worth 100,000 very soon. And, you know, Bitcoin halving has a lot of effect on the price of Bitcoin too. So there's a lot of interesting things that are happening. So I don't know. I don't know what to think, really. I do think that Bitcoin is a great asset. I'm personally using it as a savings account because it will pay me more than the 0.01% interest that my bank will pay me. So I'm buying it. I'm buying it every day. I'm buying a few dollars of Bitcoin every day. Call me crazy. I don't care. It is what it is.
So this is what the unique phase is. Back in 2017, yeah, back in 2017, it was the risk on. It was the risk on Bitcoin, the risk on crypto market, like people believing into it. Like, I want to say 2017, there was a lot of hype when there was like, what is this crypto? Like, people really still didn't know what crypto was in 2017. And they were, a lot of people were buying, and a lot of people lost a lot of money. And it was kind of building that trust of crypto, not just Bitcoin, crypto in general. So it's transitioning, according to this, it's transitioning from, and I agree, transitioning from a risk on to a risk of global digital store of value, replacing gold and becoming global collateral. And that's what's slowly happening right now. I think we've had several conversations where we've talked about gold, how much it's worth, and how it's been keeping its value and how it continues to go up. And we're thinking that Bitcoin will flip it. And there's been a lot of people supporting this, that Bitcoin will flip gold. When? No idea.
So just to paint that into perspective, gold's market cap is roughly around $12 trillion. The whole market cap of all of cryptocurrency is less than 2 trillion at this moment. In order for it to flip gold either needs to lose a couple $1 trillion, which would most likely happen and go into an influx into the crypto market, or more money is taken away from other sectors and invested into cryptocurrency, where the cryptocurrency sector is now worth more than $12 trillion. You know what I mean? So I do think I'm also a strong believer that we will see gold and Bitcoin flip. Now, when that does happen, if gold stays the where it is right now, we're talking about a $500,000 Bitcoin. That's what we're talking, because you have to understand, Bitcoin right now is like less than $1 trillion. So if it got to the same market cap of gold, we're talking about a 12x. 1 trillion to 12 trillion is a 12x. So we're talking about a 12x times the current price. So if everyone's telling you that Bitcoin is the current gold, right? It's the digital gold, and everyone says, "Oh, it's easier to buy Bitcoin now." And people stop investing into gold and they start investing into Bitcoin. And then you agree with all those statements, but then tell me that you can't see Bitcoin hitting $100,000, dude, you're crazy. You're crazy.
Mm-hmm. So let me finish this and see if I can get your thoughts on it. From an investment ideological standpoint, Bitcoin is actually more like a commodity. More precisely, one of the most expensive and useless commodities in the world, gold.
Gold's not completely useless.
Hold on, watch this. Unlike other commodities like oil, gold has a limited use. Gold is not a medium of exchange either. You can't walk into Pizza Hut, drop a thing of gold on the counter, and get a slice of pizza. They're probably gonna look at you like, what the hell? But here's the thing. Banks, they hold about 34,000 tons of gold bars.
Bullions
in their reserves. That's the correct term. Bullion bars. Institutional and individual investors have sunk 2.7 trillion into gold. Every year, gold holdings keep growing and growing. That's because gold has just one job, just one, and it's doing it very well.
I don't know about very well.
It's going up. As long as the value holds and goes up, it's doing its job. That's what it's meant to do. That's what it's meant to do. And the job is sit tight in a vault and hold its value. Look at that. That's literally what it's saying right here. Its job is to just chill. And that's what it's doing.
I don't know.
That's, dude.
If you would have bought gold June of 2021, you would have bought it somewhere around 1900 US. And you would still be waiting to this day for you to be having a positive investment. Gold is worth 1850 US right now. So it's held its value, but it hasn't made you any more money. I beg to differ that it's actually depreciated because the dollar has gone down over the last year. We printed more of them.
Yeah.
What has crypto done in the last year? Yeah, it went up, it went down, it went up and down, but you have a better chance of storing your wealth in crypto than I do think in gold. I'm just, maybe I'm crazy.
I think because we really don't know where the market's going.
Right. Yeah, we're not financial advisors.
Yeah, we don't know what
financial advisors know.
Bitcoin could potentially just say poof, gone. That we've mined everything, it's here, and within time it's no more here. And now everybody's moved their Bitcoin into the next big thing, which could be Ethereum, because Ethereum is going to keep going and going. Who knows? I think the argument here is that it's held its value and it hasn't done anything catastrophic. It's like what your savings account should be doing. Like you put it in there and it should be doing good. Like it should be going like it's there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think he's not saying either that Bitcoin is worthless. But here's the last thing he said. If, and they quote, they move just a bit more than 20% of their gold holdings to Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency could double.
Yeah, for sure. Full show.
Where did the crypto market peak back in November of 2021? Do you remember do you know what that number was?
Yeah, it's actually December. Wait, 2021. Peak.
was over $1 trillion.
April, January, February, March, April, Mayish. April, Mayish. That's when we saw Bitcoin around 69,000. Of course, 69,000. That would be the number. They'd be like, "Oh, hold on."
So according to this, if this guy's right, and it's setting up like, people constantly move money from stocks, from the markets, they invest into something else. If he's right, there's a good chance that Bitcoin is bound to hit prices this year that will way past last July's highs. Way past it. I do think it's going to go past 100,000 for sure. I really do think it's going to go past 100,000.
So here, I want to show you something, and then you let me know if you've ever seen it or heard of it. This is called the stock to flow model. And a lot of people have been saying that there's a huge correlation between Bitcoin and the stock to flow model. So the stock to flow model is the blue line. And then what Bitcoin has been doing is kind of the colored trends. Now, what's really interesting on this here is the Bitcoin halvings. What I've noticed is you'll see the first halving was done in November of 2012. So we'll go back to the chart and we'll see, okay, where was November of 2012? November 2012 was around here. Typically, a year after the halvings, that's when we went into our bull runs, right? So 13, we're seeing our bull run, right? So that's a year and a half after. Then we start to consolidate and we start to get ready for the next halving. The next halving is 2016, right? So we consolidate back down, get ready for the next halving. The next halving happened July 2016. So 2016 was July, somewhere around here, right? Again, about a year later, we go into 2017 and July, and look at that. We're back into our next bull run. Pretty interesting stuff, right? So when was the last halving? Last halving was May 2020. May 2020. So let's go find May 2020 here. May 2020 was right about here. Right about here. And about a year after that, we get into 2021. And that actually takes us to right around the end of 2021. So we should be seeing that next kind of run up to $100,000 soon. This stock to flow is sitting right here at about 110,000, and it sits there until about the end of summer of 2023. So if we're looking at this as the stock to flow model being around the average trend of where Bitcoin is going, then $100,000 Bitcoin could be happening anytime between now and the end of summer of 2023.
If I'm going to throw a prediction, If I'm going to throw a prediction, I think we're going to see it before June 1st.
June 1st this year?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. I could see that. I could see it anytime after March.
Yeah, anytime after March. I think we're gonna. There's this thing in Spain that they have something called a bull run. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
The gates will open March 1st, I think. Again, not financial advice, so don't be like throw all your money in. I think just based on what I'm looking at, what I've seen, what I've heard other people talk about, what the trends have been, the gates are going to open March 1st. And I think we're going to see it before June 1st. I am also not mentioning when it's going to peak. I think with your prediction about the end of summer, I think that's when we're going to see it's the new high. Whatever that's going to be. It could be 120, 130. Fuck, it could be like 200. Who knows? But I think it's going to blow to a new high. And this bearish market that we're currently in, that people are pulling out, I think people are doing some dumb things right now. And I think, like this, look at this. You think I'm crazy. Ethereum Whale sells 25,000 Ethereum coins worth 70 million in 2 hours.
So I don't know if this is going to be a shock to you or not, but I'm not really that bullish on Ethereum right now.
No, you told me this. You told me this already.
Right. Okay. Just making sure. I mean, that's not a bad investment. It's just, I think that other things are going to be doing some interesting things before the release of Ethereum 2.0.
I think so too. I don't think they're going to flip Ethereum though.
Well, I think that the profit that you can make if you choose the right projects will make you more profit before Ethereum 2 gets released. That if you wanted to, you could invest into Ethereum 2.0 after.
Probably, yes. I'm not against that. I think there's shit coins that can do that.
For sure.
I know you and me talked about Ethereum hitting that 20. 20,000, 10,000 to be conservative. I think if Bitcoin goes where it's going to go, I think the roof is going to blow up on Ethereum. Maybe lower gas fees. I keep hearing something about them trying to figure out lower gas fees and whatnot and trying to get more competitive. And they need to figure that out sooner than later because, we know other platforms that are doing a better job than Ethereum is.
Right. So when they do release Ethereum 2.0, the gas fees will be lower. But the problem is that they consistently delay these updates. They're not ready to do it. They talk about it, and I'm at this point where it's an old blockchain. Like, it's not modern anymore compared to some of the other blockchains that are on the market. And they say that by mid this year, Ethereum will be switching over to Ethereum 2.0. And all of my people that I talk to don't even think it's going to happen until the end of the year because we don't believe them anymore. They keep telling us it's going to happen. They give us dates and then they move them. So I don't know.
They're moving them for reasons.
Of course, you want to make sure that it's released, it's stable, there's less bugs, you don't lose all your money, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You and me both know that there's other platforms that are doing things better than Ethereum. Ethereum is considered the silver.
I don't know. I can kind of go more towards like oil than silver because you do a little bit more with oil than you would with a precious metal. Like, things run on it. You know what I mean?
Oil is the liquid gold.
Right. That's why I would say, because the ability to do NFTs and smart contracts and stuff like that, that's where I would go more towards oil than another precious metal.
I use silver because it's typically silver is known as second place to gold, but I see where you're coming from. I think if Ethereum betters themselves and like solves a couple things and makes, for example, fees cheaper, gas fees and all that stuff, et cetera, and they become like, when this 2.0 comes out, they have to have a lot of things solved and they have to have a lot of things ready to be solved. And if they can do that and provide a more solid platform, like better than Solana, Cardano, better than all these other ones that are mimicking what Ethereum is doing, a lot of these coins even and platforms are forked of Ethereum, but they're making it better, which typically when we use the term fork, it's because you want something to be better. You're forking something because you're just like, this is cool, I want to make it better, so I'm going to fork it something. You know, I know with like streaming apps, people were forking streaming apps and add-ons back in the day like crazy.
Right.
There was even a fork called What the Fork back in the day.
Yeah.
But that's typically why somebody will fork something. It's literally to compete against where it's coming from and to make it slightly better or to add slightly newer features. Ethereum 2.0 has to resolve a lot of that stuff. And I think if they do, that guy who sold, dude, would you, if you had 25,000 Ethereum coins, would you sell them?
I probably would.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I probably would. I wouldn't sell all of them, but I would want to diversify right now. If that was my only thing that I held was 25. How many did he have? 25 million?
25,000.
25,000 ETH. I would probably sell down to where I had 5,000 ETH, and then I would invest into other projects like, Cosmos and, Matic and Polygon, and I would diversify amongst the other layer ones that I think are going to do some really big things this year, right? I think that now this is no financial advice. These are all speculations on my part, but I think that we're going to see some pretty big gains from Cosmos, Polygon, Cardano, and Matic before Ethereum 2.0 is released. So I could go over and I could 2x and 3x my money and then reinvest into Ethereum if I wanted to, right? That's just my mentality right now. Like, I'm a pretty simple dude. Like, if I had $70 million invested, I'd be okay with losing a couple million because I could live off of a lot less than $70 million.
For me, if I have 25,000 Ethereum, I hope I have a bunch of other types of cryptos also already invested.
Right. Yes.
But if that's my only, if that's my only one that I've invested in, I would, man, I don't even know how to say it. I would sell some. I wouldn't be holding 5,000 ETH though. I would probably sell. How much is 5,000 ETH Ethereum right now?
How much is?
It's like 15,000.
15,000 what?
How much is 5,000 Ethereum in dollar?
In dollars? Ethereum, hold on. How much is Ethereum right now?
About 2,500.
2,500.
Round it up actually round it down to 2,000. Just to lowball us.
How many do you have?
5,000.
So that's 10 million.
$1 million.
10 million. 10 million.
10 million bucks. If I would sell 5,000 Ethereum. So that way I'm still holding 20. And with that $10 million, I would share the wealth a little bit into other coins. I would probably put like about 10 grand here, 10 grand here, 10 grand here, 10 grand here, 10. I would go at 10 grand increments on all these different types of coins up until I got to my 10 million, which means I would have a lot of different coins.
If you take just 5,000 ETH and you stake it at roughly about 5%, which is what a lot of places are giving you when you stake ETH, you're making 250 Ethereum coins a year, which equates to $500,000 a year.
Hold on a second. 5,000 Ethereum coins?
5,000 Ethereum coins.
Okay.
If you stake that, then it's going to equate to 250 Ethereum coins. And that 250 Ethereum coins is what you would have staked and gotten out of it. That was your return. And at $2,000, that would pay you $500,000 a year. At $2,000, which we're well above that now, right? That's kind of why I'm sitting at that 5,000 Ethereum mark. I think making $500,000 in interest a year is good for me. I could live off that. I could live off $500,000 a year. And then that still leaves me with that other 20,000 in Ethereum to diversify in other projects and, build other things. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with that right there.
with me, I'm trying to. So I was listening to somebody a while ago before Ethereum was even worth $1,000.
Right.
This is when I was investing. I'm just like, I gotta invest, and I got myself is 4.2 Ethereum coins. And the goal was to get seven Ethereum coins. And what some of these guys were saying is get seven, a minimum of seven, and hold for at least 10 years. Don't do nothing. I know people are saying it's stupid if you hold that long. That, you know, I've heard people saying like, dude, put it in there as soon as it 2x's, pull it out, throw it into something else, because you're going to be gaining it a lot quicker. It's riskier doing that too. Like, you have to know which one will do what, when, and how, and there's a lot of risk behind it. If you just hold an Ethereum, just let it sit there and do its thing. Lots of things could happen, and they said 7 Ethereums is the magic number. And for you, you're saying you're looking for $500,000 a year is great.
I'm just looking at the certain situation because they had 25,000 Ethereum. I would say I would keep the 5.
Oh, but you also said, I'm good with $500,000 a year. I can live off of $500,000 a year.
That's what I'm just saying. I'll diversify the portfolio. I don't want to just hold Ethereum.
So my thought process is, I'm not trying to live for this year, because this year I'm going to work and I'm going to do whatever I need to do. I'm trying to find, and I think a lot of people, when they try to invest, and this is a problem, this isn't like the solution, is we're trying to find that coin that could make us rich. And like 500,000 is not rich. 500,000 is, I could pay my bills. Thank you. thank you. You know what I mean? And it's I for me personally, with my 4 coins, I think they said I would have to wait like 15 years before I actually saw like a big life-changing moment. I think that's what it is. If I got to wait 15 years from now and I'm 55 years old and I'm just like, cool, I have money to retire now. That's when I pull, and I'm done with that. I'm done. You know, that's when I could say, cool, let me pay everything off, whatever I have, and let me put everything in. I don't know if I would put it in savings. I think I would probably make a little bit safer investments where I don't have to worry about like this. If we go from 70,000 down to 30,000, you know what I mean? I could put it somewhere where I'm making a little bit and I'm doing okay. So I'm with you when it comes to I would sell. I don't think I would sell that much though.
Right.
I would keep 5,000 ETH, you know? All right. Mastercard strikes NFT payments.
I've seen this.
With Coinbase.
I've seen this.
Dude. This is amid a wave of recent crypto partnerships. Apparently, Coinbase is starting to do a lot of stuff. What do you think? What do you know about this so far? What do you think?
I think it's dope. Like it needed to happen. Visa's been working on a bunch of projects too, but Coinbase is a big company, and they're going to be doing some pretty big things with cryptocurrency and the partners that they're making right now. So I'm super excited to see where this goes.
So by teaming up with Mastercard, Coinbase executives said they're looking to reduce friction in the NFT buying process. Right now, that often requires customers to open up a crypto wallet. So you would have to buy some, like I have Coinbase wallet. I got to go to my Coinbase app, buy Ethereum, and then I have to transfer it to Coinbase wallet, which is a whole separate app. Once I'm there, then I have to go to the decentralized apps, or also known as dApps, find OpenSea, transfer that Ethereum into OpenSea, and then I could start purchasing my NFTs in open. It's like got to go from here to there. Imagine trying to order like food doing this method of thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So right now, that's how it works. You got to get a wallet, buying digital currencies, then spending those on NFTs on an online market. Mastercard, meanwhile, said it's looking to help expand consumer choice on how to pay for NFTs. So this is a quote from Mastercard's end. Getting more people involved safely and securely is perhaps the best way to help the NFT market thrive. Like it's not thriving right now.
No.
Mastercard sees even greater potential for NFTs underlying tech to go beyond art and collectibles into many more areas. I know we've talked about music. Mastercard, one of the world's largest credit card and payment companies, has been on a crypto partnership spree lately. Mastercard announced last year in October 2021 that it's teaming up with Bakkt to let banks, merchants in its network offer crypto-related services. It has also partnered up with Gemini, BitPay, and Mintable, among some others. And of course, like you said, Visa is also doing the exact same thing. This is nuts.
There are some pretty big platforms right now that offer NFTs. And the only way that you can actually purchase them is by credit card, which is weird to me because it's like, you're an NFT. Why can't I pay with crypto? Like, look at this one. This one's a company called Vivi. And they offer all different kinds of like comic related digital collectibles, right? And the only way you can purchase them is by credit card. All different kinds of pictures and comic books and all kinds of stuff.
You know what's interesting about this? I don't know what relationships Vivi has, because if this is No Time to Die, that's 007. Someone owns the rights to that. Someone owns the right to the Marvel DC stuff. How are they getting away with this? What type of partnership did they have?
Well, I don't know if they have an FAQ. I have no idea.
But that's the only thing. That's the only thing that with copyrights, this is the only thing that scares me. Because, you know, I think Saitama was in a copyright battle with some anime thing in Japan, their logo, and I think Saitama won because it wasn't the same. See, this looks cool. It has the Ghostbusters, the gold thing at the top. Yeah, that little logo. It's got the Spider-Man. It's got the Throg.
Throg.
Throg is there. Cap's there. The thing is that how did they get these rights, I guess, is my question. How did they get the okay from whoever it is to say, yes, you're allowed to do this?
I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, this stuff is copywritten and owned by someone already. And if I buy this NFT and I become the owner of it, can Marvel sue me now because I'm the owner of that NFT? You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, let's just say you minted it, you're just like, hey, I'm going to create this. I don't know. I'm going to create freaking Wolverine and I'm going to make this little art thing. And you minted it, you put it on the blockchain, it's there. I find it and I'm like, bro, I'm like, I just bought this thing. And you were the one that minted it. I bought it. So now I'm the owner. Marvel could say, you don't own Wolverine. You're not allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how it works.
How does that work? That's the question. I don't want to get sued because, you know, if you think about it, yes, this is a decentralized area that people can't really control it, I guess. Governments can't really control it. And that's the purpose of being decentralized. But if you're putting something that's copywritten, like imagine me grabbing the movie Endgame and saying, cool, I'm gonna mint this and emit a clip from it and post it on the NFT market, and then somebody pays for it, and now they can get sued for, you know what I mean? Because they don't own that. Now
So
I know
they are making deals. They are making deals. They made deals with Disney, with Marvel. They are, yeah, for sure. Interesting. So they
that's what
do.
it says.
Yeah. So I'm reading another article here. So it says this was December 22nd. It says Vivi launching Disney Mouse NFTs. We reported in October that non-fungible tokens. Let me blow this up a little bit for you. Platform Vivi had inked a deal with Disney. Today, it plans to launch Mickey Mouse NFTs. The company licensed intellectual property from big brands and has deals with Disney's subsidiaries such as Marvel Comics, Warner Brothers, and DC Comics. Today, the NFT drops to rake in 2.4 million in revenue, and given the $60 price and almost 40,000 NFTs to be dropped, Vivi targets a mainstream crowd with a user-friendly app. So they are reaching out to companies like Disney and whatever and getting the rights to do this.
So Batman NFTs, Disney NFTs.
Crazy.
Dude, this is nuts.
Yeah. So yeah. There you go. There's your answer.
That's so okay. So we got these new, what was it called? Vivi?
Vivi, yeah.
That's interesting. So do they just have digital art? Like, give us some more stuff on Vivi. That's I'm looking at this like, this is cool. If they do have these deals that they can create this stuff and sell it and stuff,
yeah,
that Mickey black and white Steamboat Mickey, I would buy that.
Yeah. So they do mostly digital art, 3D renders, and comics, from my understanding. I actually have the app on my phone, but I've never purchased anything from it because I can't purchase it with crypto. So I was like, I don't want none of y'all.
So how do you purchase it? With Mastercard?
I didn't purchase it. You got to use a credit card. Yeah, I ain't using my credit card.
You got to use a credit card, but it is an NFT.
Something like that. I don't really know because I haven't done the purchase, right? Where is it? Did I uninstall it?
Is it based on Ethereum or Solana? What is it? What does the Vivi website say?
It doesn't really talk much about it, which kind of confuses me.
Come on, give me something here. I want to know.
So it doesn't look like it's kind of on its own platform. And there isn't really a way to cash out of it yet. And I think a lot of people are buying into it and waiting for a way to cash out. So I don't know. Do your own research. I haven't actually purchased anything, but there are some YouTubers that I follow that have purchased some pretty big chunks into it. And they've seen money go up, but I don't really know how the process works because I haven't bought one myself. So you're going to have to look into that one.
Do your own research. As we always say, do your own research. It looks cool though.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Okay, so here we go. El Salvador is back in the news.
Woo!
Have
Bitcoin
you ever
Beach?
heard of Bitcoin Beach?
I feel like that's a play. If you say beach with an accent, you ever heard of Bitcoin Beach?
So in September of 2021, under the new leadership, or I don't know if how new he is, but the president, this guy's a young guy, Nayib Bukele. Never heard of that. He looks Hispanic, so I don't know where that name came from. The Salvadorians adopted Bitcoin, the decentralized digital currency, as a ledger tendered. Come mid-June, they what is this? The Salvadorian CT event, Italo may well be paying for his 7,000 coffees with a crypto wallet. Here's a picture of the beach. La Libertad is now known as Bitcoin Beach. How crazy is this? Look, here's the guy. Here's the hombre.
The hombre. There's my homie.
Here's the hombre. I don't know who this chick is, but maybe
Bitcoin Presidente.
Here's the presidente. Dude, he's 40 years old. He's 40 years old. Holy crap, dude. Either they're calling him a Sasha Cohen lookalike. So in a country like El Salvador, ranked 124th in the Human Development Index. That's how crazy it is down there. Metric evaluated based on life expectancy, education, and per capita income. Many of its 6.8 million citizens go abroad to earn their money where they can expect better quality. My family came here because it was just pretty bad, like really, really bad. They used to take their currency back then was called colones, which went under, and they adopted the dollar. So as we know, not that long ago, they adopted now Bitcoin. This is what they did. Every Salvadorian was gifted $30 in USD in Bitcoin.
Wasn't it supposed to be 50, but the price dropped?
I think so. So they pretty much just gave them free money, everybody, to shop, pay for their taxes and whatever they need to do, you know. And all companies are required to accept it by law. So El Zonte, it's a surfing village on the country's Pacific coast, 20 kilometers from La Libertad, where the CT was held. That's where this beach is at. And of course, there's some couple of videos here. This is nuts, dude. Do you think we're going to have more places that are going to change their names?
Well, I think we're going to have more places that are looking to attract new money, right? Places that are looking to inspire new tourists, new visitors, and new dollars into their country. Do I think that, somewhere in a first world country in North America is going to change their name into Bitcoin Mountain or something like that? I don't think so.
Bitcoin Mountain.
I don't think so. I think, well, not initially, let's say, right? But I do think that, like you said, things weren't the greatest in El Salvador, and they are not necessarily ranked in the top 100, but they, as an economy, need to find new money. Without new money, how do they raise up the standards of their living within their country? So it is a little bit about marketing. It's a little bit about tourism. It's a little bit about, making money. So this, I think that he's really smart with what he's doing. I think that he is trying his best to run the country into the future and get it set up to a place where it can get into the top 100.
Yeah. I think it'll be
anything about politics. I'm just saying he's got to find a way to make money, because you can be the best political leader you want, but if you don't know how to market and how to find new money to fund the projects that you want to do within a country, it doesn't matter how smart you are if you can't find the funds to do what your projects are.
Yeah. And I think it has a lot to do with the people and crime and like it all comes hand in hand. So I know he's trying to bring them back up again. So we'll see. Wanted to share this with you, which I think you're going to like. I think we might have actually, you know what? We've talked about this before. Check this out. Coinbase announces nearly the entire company will shut down. Coinbase starting this year, 2022, for 4 weeks long. And it's literally to give the workers a break. How do you feel about this?
No.
Why not?
Just stop it. Just stop. It's great. I'm not saying work your workers to the bone, but not everybody takes the same 4 weeks off. Like what is this? Right? What happens? Like we just talked in our last episode, crypto.com got hacked for $33 million. You're going to tell me your whole company is going to shut down and then be potentially risk to a hack, and customers lose millions of dollars, and your response is going to be, I'm sorry, there's no one here to take your request at this time. Please try
call
back
next
month.
Yeah. So according to one of their CEOs, or one of the bosses, Brock, not Brock Lesnar, Barack, we realize, and I quote, in 2020 that many employees weren't taking enough time off to recharge, either because they didn't want to force their teammates to cover for them, or because they didn't want to fall behind on their work. And you know what? This is kind of sad, because sometimes I think a lot of us can relate. When you have a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or whatever the hell the time frame is now, when you have a full-time job, you don't want to take vacation, because it's almost like you're being punished for taking vacation, because the second you get back, you have a grip ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, why did I even go on vacation to deal with all this stress? You know, like I went to go de-stress, and now I'm stressed out beyond what I was before. It's going to take me a month to get me back to where I was okay and not losing my damn mind. So according to him, we knew this was unsustainable. So we scheduled a recharged week at the end of 2020 and 2 recharged weeks in 2021, when nearly the entire company would shut down. They also just added this quote: 4 weeks of coordinated recharge time might sound like a lot of time off for a company in hypergrowth, but given the intensity of our work throughout the year, we think this is the best way to ensure our pace is sustainable for the long term. I think this is awesome. I think what they're going to do is, oh, look at this. Survey finds lower lower rates at quitting jobs with this method. I think it's interesting, because what they're going to do is they're going to coordinate it. They're going to say, okay, these people are going to have these times off for X amount of time or whatever, and they're going to take off, you know? They're saying in May of 2022, the crypto exchange announced that it planned to completely close its San Francisco headquarters, to being as part of its commitment to being remote first. So that's their plan. We're trying to be remote first. We announced we no longer have an HQ, and as the next step, we're closing our San Francisco office, our former HQ. So they're closing their office, and they're saying, go home and work from your home, from your chonies. Working your chonies from home. This is smart. Like they're finding ways, because of this whole pandemic that we've been in. They're finding ways that you don't have to rent a building no more. You can just work from home.
It's true. There's a crypto exchange that I use here in Canada that is offering all the time that they're hiring 1 billion positions. And when I pull them up, they're all remote. The company's based out of Montreal, but I could apply for any one of these jobs if I wanted to. And there's actually, which is interesting, I actually do have experience for some of the ones that they're hiring for. So I was like, do I take a job for a crypto exchange in Canada, which I have like experience in doing, and just do it from my desk when I'm not doing YouTube videos? Do I do that? I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think what Coinbase is doing is going to be good for a lot of people. Here's the good thing about working from home. And this is, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have done this already. But what is stopping you if you're working from home? Let's just say you work Monday through Friday, right? What's stopping you on Saturday taking a flight to Hawaii? Let's just say you have a timeshare and you stay there for 2 weeks and you work from over there. As long as the work's getting done. You know, I right now I'm actually planning. I know we do a lot of this stuff where we remote, and I'm looking into laptops so that way. Remember that microphone that I got
Yeah.
from Turtle Beach? I could just plug it in, and it has all my little. It has like a little tiny mini board, and I could like function it, and it sounded pretty damn good. Not as good as this mic, but it still sounded great.
Right.
Get a laptop, plug that thing in. I know you do this when you go to the house,
Yeah.
get the laptop, turn it on, go wherever you want. And I'm planning of taking a trip up to Oregon, which is going to be about 10 plus hours. I know from where I'm at to San Francisco, it could be 6 to 8 hours. And then to get up out of California to get into Oregon, it's another like 4 or 5 hours. It's a drive, bro. Like California is a huge state.
Right.
So for me to do that, who did I see? I'm talking to this company. I don't want to mention names yet, but I'm working this deal with this company to review these smart homes that have been built. There's a YouTuber that did a review on this. I don't know if you remember this, but I could go wherever it is and have internet and work from there.
Yeah.
And I think it's really smart with what Coinbase is doing, saying like, "Hey, we don't have an HQ. You go home and work from home, and we're going to give you some time off. We're going to coordinate it so that way everybody could have time off." I don't know. For me, I think that's like, it puts you in this different type of mindset where you're like, I'm home. I don't have to worry about throwing on makeup unless I'm on a camera. Or for you men,
Still
maybe
don't
not
throw up makeup.
or for the men, maybe like, I don't have to take a shower today. Whatever it is. But I think it's a really smart thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a really smart thing to do. Nothing beats working from home. So I guess we'll see how it works with Coinbase probably at the end of this year if they reopen a HQ and said, nope, everybody coming back because you fools are everyone's taking a trip to Hawaii because we listened to freaking Rojas. I don't know. We'll see, but I think it's a good move, and if they coordinate everything, then we should be good to go. You know what I mean? That's all I got. Do you have any other clips that you want to add on this thing?
We have seen some browsers start getting into crypto wallets, and Opera, I think it's like the 5th most dominated browser in the market, is now making a serious push into Web3. And they are redesigning their whole browser to be based around cryptocurrency. And I think we're going to see a lot more and more of this stuff coming. So, in the last episode, we talked a little bit about Google preparing themselves for the cryptocurrency generation. That's another way that Google is going to be preparing themselves. The browsers are going to be built with Web3 capabilities, with, wallets that are built on them. We already have things like MetaMask. And a lot of other companies and cryptocurrencies are starting to build forks of MetaMask. For instance, I mine Starcoin, and there's actually a Star Mask. So they're making forks to them. They're starting to build in browser extensions. And, if we look at what Brave has done in regards to cryptocurrency and the BAT token, the basic attention token, I think that's what it's called. And, the BAT token has done very well over time. And we could see some more implementations of what Brave has done. Like, you think if Google came out with a coin that was implemented within Chrome, how much usability and how much that would rise over time with everyone using it versus what BAT token has done?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Did you hear about what Norton was doing? Oh, this is good. This is really good. I want to show you this then.
Norton, the antivirus?
If you want to still call them that.
What? I don't even know what they do. I don't like Norton. I know that. Like when it comes to antivirus thing, them and McAfee, whatever they call it. I haven't.
Happy, yeah.
Yeah, they just like to spam you with crap, and then they slow down your computer. Yeah, screw that crap.
So
What do these guys got?
Norton has come out. Can you go full screen for me, please? Oh my God. With an Ethereum miner built into their software. So you are able to mine Ethereum through Norton. It's built in and it works off of the Norton pools that you're mining into. But the kicker is, so there's pros and cons, right? One is it makes it stupid easy for someone who knows nothing about cryptocurrency to mine cryptocurrency, right? Stupid easy. What they don't tell you, wait for this one. What they don't tell you is you're paying minimum 15% to their fees. So whatever you mine, a minimum of 15% of that goes to Norton.
Screw that crap.
Oh man. And
What the hell? Why would they, dude? That's ridiculous.
But they're not really telling people that. They're saying, hey, you know, when you're not using your computer, you can make cryptocurrency.
Oh, that's grimy.
That's great. But you're still going to make something, but they're just not telling you how, like, you know, like, let me see if it'll actually tell me. So that's kind of what it looks like. You can see your hash rate, your utilization, what you're making per day. But where? So it says is now sneakily installing crypto mining software on your computer. So they don't really tell you much about it. They just kind of install it. And then you see it in there. Oh, I want to see. Let me just find an article about the fees. Yeah, so right here. They wrote that Norton's 50% fees were much higher than most crypto mining pool aggregators, observing that the pool operators do often take a cut or a fee for bringing everyone together. However, the fees are usually closer to 1 to 2%, which I can attest to, which is obviously significantly lower. Insane. 15%. 15 freaking percent.
That's ridiculous.
So, but like what I don't understand is you're already paying for the software. 360 is like that's an ongoing subscription that you would have to purchase into, right? That would be my understanding. So hold on, let's click get 360. Oh, I gotta sign in. How much is it? Does it have a price? Can you tell me how much you cost? Like that's what I really want to know. Products and services. 360. So you're paying $60 for the standard.
That's that. Oh yeah, the standard.
Yeah. And this is going to be a yearly thing, I think. So you're already paying $60 for their software. And then they want to take 15% of what you mine as well. I don't know. That's just crazy. I thought it was
I get it. Well, see, that's the thing. Because you're using your computer. They have it set up with software or whatever. Like it's kind of like, you know, like Ethermine or whatever. You go there, you have to copy, paste, and move whatever so the wallet and get money and, you know.
If it was 5% because they did all that for you, okay. But still, 5% is pretty freaking high.
5% is high, bro. Yeah. I would, you know what? I give you 1%. This one.
But that's because you're willing to do the work to figure it out. If you thought about maybe something for like mom or dad or grandpa or grandma, right? And you're like, you're not able to go and set it up there for them.
I don't know. It's if they don't know, don't do it. If you don't know, don't do it. Because that's the thing about this. They're gonna be using your computer, your wear and tear off of your stuff, and they pay you with what you're mining, which you can get for free already from your computer. They're not paying your electric bill either, so you got to pay for that too. And then they want to say, hey, because you're using our setup and all you have to do is hit go.
Yeah.
We're going to take, what'd you say, 15%? They're out of their damn minds. They're another reason why I will never purchase Norton again. They are stupid.
Well, the only people who are still using Norton are boomers, anyways. Everyone else is using something like Avast or what are the other one? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on all
I'm
these
using
expires. ESET's good. AVG, Avast, Bit. Oh my god, Bitdefender, Kaspersky. Like no one really uses Norton or McAfee anymore. I'm just saying.
Mm-mm.
They're number one because they have the deals. Not saying that they're number one, but they're number one recognized because they sign the most deals to have trials right out of the box with most computers that you buy.
That's grimy, bro. I don't care. 15% of that crap, dude. I just want to throw up on them. That sucks. That sucks, dude. I can't do it. No way.
Well, how are they just trying to transition into we are now a crypto company? They're going to take your 15%. They're going to compound it over the next 5 years and retire as billionaires. The amount of people that they could be mining with, because the amount of computers that this could be installed on. If it wasn't 15%, you'd have more people installing it.
Let us know in the comments section below. How do you feel about this? Anybody out there listening or watching this crap? How does this make you feel? Freaking A, bro. I don't know, man. Hope everybody's enjoyed this episode. There's been a lot of topics here, a lot of stuff that we're covering. If there is a will, there is a way. And there's always a better way of doing something. And the biggest thing is, before you jump anything, do your own research. Please do your own research. Look into it. If you see something that's just like, dude, this is like too good to be true, I'm getting paid for X, Y, do your research before you jump into it, because chances are there's another way of doing something. And oh man, that just gives me such a bad taste in my mouth right now. But hope you guys appreciated this episode. We've covered a lot of stuff. We gave you 2 crypto episodes. Make sure you guys watched our previous episode also. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Yeah, a link will be popping around here somewhere. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to be talking about, actually, we got an interview coming up soon, so stay tuned to that. Anything you got to say before we get the hell out of here?
You know what I say, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, interacting, turning on your notification, and subscribing to Beyond the Streams. If you guys are listening to us on the audio side, make sure that you leave us a review so other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. If you're looking to be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community, make sure you check us out over on Beyond the Streams on YouTube. We do have a live show that is every Thursday around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have on other creators. We have on CEOs from companies. You heard us talk about Turtle Beach. We've also talked to, the Atari and Spot On and robotics companies and all kinds of crazy things that you probably use on a day-to-day basis, right? So it's good to get that in-depth connection with the companies and other creators who have had interactions with them. So if you're looking for more of those kind of conversations, make sure that you have your notifications turned on and you're subscribed to everywhere that you can find Beyond the Streams. So until next time, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.